California Spangle.
California Spangle lines up in Sunday's FWD Champions Mile, and I'm very pleased to say that we're joined by trainer and jockey and Tony Cruz and Zach Purton as well. Thanks for joining us today, gentlemen. Maybe Tony, I'll start with you. Just how is California Spangle heading into the weekend? All happy with his track work and all set for Sunday, I assume?
So far, so good. I'm very happy with the horse's condition. He's always been one of the easiest horses to train. He's never gave me any problems throughout his training. Fully confident that he's in good condition coming out for the race.
Okay, we have got some media partners joining us online as well, so stand by for some questions coming through from local and from overseas as well. Zach, the obvious question, I suppose, is barrier 5 in an 8-horse field. We know his running style. Nothing changes for Sunday?
Yeah, I would have preferred to have drawn inside Healthy Happy. He can be a little bit of a leader himself at times, and they might try and do that. So we'll have to work that out as we go, and I'll be guided by what Tony wants to do as well.
I know it's not a lead at all costs. You're not going to go out there and run yourself into the ground, but in an ideal world, you'd want to be in front, wouldn't you? I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's only ever led. He's only ever been in front on the fence. That's what he's familiar with. That's not how he knows how to race. So that would be our preferred option. Like I said, it makes it a little bit difficult with the other leader in the race drawing inside us. So we need to work that out.
How difficult was it, Tony, in terms of you actually just picking the mile? I suppose I know you're coming back from the Derby over 2,000 metres, where he ran an excellent second. He's gone through the 4-year-old series. So was that one of the decisions that it was easier to come back to the mile rather than drop right back to the 1,200 metres, where he's got a great record as well?
Well, we ran him everywhere. I mean, from 1,000 to the 2,000 meters. I reckon we decided with Zach and myself, we decided to go for the 1,600. I think no matter what, he's still the fastest horse there. Even though that Healthy Happy is drawn out right next to us on the inside. But I still believe we jump fast and we still lead the race, You see, if Healthy Happy leads, I don't think Healthy would lead us all to very long in the straight, he would probably drop out. I think for him to be a better leader, you should consider California Spangle would be a better leader, At least the horse to be run down is California Spangle. If he can do that, I mean, Spangle needs to dictate this race to have a good start.
And Zach, most people trying to dodge Golden 60, but you'll meet him head on here. How do you approach a race in that respect? Because purely on ratings, you've got an absolute mountain to play. He's rated 131 locally, you're rated 101. That's a huge gap.
Yeah, and I just looked at the international ratings as well. We're rated 108, I think it was, and Golden 60 is rated 125. So even on the international ratings, we've got a lot of ground to make up, but that's the exciting part. We don't know how we're going to measure up against him. Our guy has only come through the 4-year-old series recently, racing against his own age group. He gets to measure himself against the older horses. And we haven't seen the best of him yet. We still don't know what his proper distance is either. Like he could sprint over 1,200. He's going to run a mile, obviously. And even the Derby over 2,000, he could have won that if a few little things had gone his way. So he's a very versatile horse, and I think he's still got everything ahead of him.
Yeah, in that regard, I think he set class records on his first 2 starts over 1,000 and 1,200 metres, Tony, albeit in Griffin company, but that's still a fair achievement. Looking further ahead, getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here, where do you see his future? Is he a sprinter? Is he a miler? He can do just about everything.
Well, I think he'll be just a miler, really. To find his pet distance, I think he will be a miler. That's what I think, anyway.
All right, we'll see
this will probably be his last race of the season, really, because I don't want to push him any further, because he's been on the start since September, and that's about 8 months gone by, And he's only a young horse. He's the youngest horse in the field, and I reckon I should give him a little break and get him fresh and strong again for next season.
With that in mind, then, seeing as you've just come through the 4-year-old series, he's shown a great constitution, great versatility, but you're still happy with him, the fact that he's got one more race in him for this season?
This would be the last race of the season. This would be the toughest race ever because he's running with the champion horses here, all the Group 1 horses. I mean, strong field, and they run even faster times than he ever did. His last run, the Malrich got beat by Romantic Warrior. I think they ran 133.8 or something. They're running 132 something. It's just like a second faster even. So I don't want to push him to the brink of this horse for the first season. I want to give him a chance, and after this race, we'll probably give him a break. But he needs to run his own race, to dictate his race, to be strong, to finish his race strong, and be very difficult to pass. If he has it someone else's way, I think it could be a different story altogether.
Yeah, well, that's interesting in its own right, I suppose, how it pans out. Zach, just what you touched on the international ratings there, just back on that. Is it that black and white when you get out there and the gates open? I mean, because even on those international ratings, he has to run the race of his life and improve, 10 pounds, and Golden 60 has to have a slightly off day. There's obviously a bit more to it when the gates open and the race is on, but whatever happens, it's still going to be a mighty achievement if he's going to down Golden 60 here.
Yeah, it's not out of the realms of possibility, though. He's an exciting horse and he's on the way up. Like I said, we haven't seen the best of him yet. You've got to test yourself against these horses at some stage, and I think you'll find after this weekend, his rating will increase substantially. So as they get older and they're more established, obviously, to move.
Sorry, I just lost you there for a moment there, but sorry, just to recap that, so you still think, although he's up against it, he's still capable of much better than he's shown so far?
Yeah, well, the international rating is just a reflection of his performance so far, and I think you'll find after this weekend that that will go up quite significantly, racing against the older horses and Golden 60. So we'll get a better guide on where his rating's at after this weekend, but he's far from the finished product, so I'm not buying too much into the rating they've got him on at the moment.
Tony, just going back to the very start with California Spangle, how much has he surprised you from day one? Thinking back to that win in Griffin Company, 1,000 metres, class records, looked all speed. Did you think at all at that point in time that either A, you were heading to a 4-year-old series, or you'd be looking at a Group 1 mile at the end of the season?
Yeah, like I said, for a horse to win with a record time when he's very young age, I think he's sure to improve as we've seen it throughout this season now. But his pet distance is still a question yet. I think we decided to go between sprint and staying. It's got to be a mile, right? So we're going to see how he runs on Sunday. We really not confirmed with his pet distance where he really stands at. It's perfect distance for him. I believe he's still improving, and I believe he if he gets his own way, he'll be run a great check. He run a big race here. That's the only worry is that happy, healthy. It's the only horse that can spoil the race for us.
As far as the actual race is concerned, Zach, all things being equal, you're going to be in front when they turn for home, possibly halfway down the straight. So you won't see Golden 60 at all, if at all, till very late on. Is he the only horse that you're worried about, or there are other potential upsets in the field as well, do you think?
Well, Waikiku's upset him once this season. There's every chance that he could do that again if he turns up and brings his best. More than this, has been very close to Golden 60 as well previously, and it depends how the race is run. He needs the right circumstances to suit him, but they're both very good horses on their day, and I wouldn't discount any of them.
So far from over as far as you're concerned?
Oh, we're talking about a horse race. Nothing is ever over. Anything's possible.
Tony, just very quickly, outside of California Spangle, you've got Kaying Star. He's a regular at all the big days. Hopeful of him turning up and running a big race in the Cup as well?
For Kaying Star, yes, I'll be very happy if he runs a place even. I don't think it's prime time. I think his prime time is over, really. I don't think he's quite the same as horse as he used to be. But anyway, he's 100% fit, and you see what he can do over 2,000 meters.
And Zach, just quickly as well, I just want to ask you about Sight's success. You're jumping on board in the sprint. He'd go there with a big chance as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he's a really good ride to pick up, and especially out of the gate that he's going to come out of. He's flying. He's improved a lot recently. He's in career best form, and he doesn't have to find much to be able to win that race.
All right. Well, there you go. There's no questions come through on the chat room for this one, so I'm assuming that we've just about covered it all. So California Spangle, hopefully leading. This is it for the season for him, though, gentlemen. So very best of luck on the weekend. Thank you for your time today, and hopefully we're celebrating on Sunday.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
Great stuff. Tony Cruz and Zach Purton, thanks again for the time there with California Spangle in the FWD Champions Mile.